Hello everybody, welcome. So in this video, I want to show you some examples of phrases on a 251 where I'm going to use exclusively the major triads of the scale, of the parent scale, all right? So meaning that in C major, I'm going to think exclusively the triad of C major, F major, and G major, all right? And we call those the primary triad. Just like we have primary colors, I think if I remember correctly, it's yellow, blue, and red. I'm not quite sure now, but we have those primary triads, 1, 4, 5. Okay, just a quick reminder: with those triads, you can harmonize each single note of the major scale. All right, but this is not the topic of today. Or today, I just want to show you three examples from very simple, medium, and bebop like with 16th notes and chromatic passing tones. So I want to show you three examples where I'm going to use those that idea of exclusively playing 1, 4, 5, the major triads, C major triad, F major triad, and G major triad over a 2, 5, 1 in C major. All right, so let's go have a look at these phrases. All right, so here is the first one, and here is how it sounds. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3. All right, so let's have a quick look at this phrase and see what we're talking about. Here we have the C major triad. Actually, here. And then here we have the F major triad, and here the C major triad, even though we're playing a G7, but because it's in the continuity of the phrase, of the melodic line. And here we have the G major triad, and here we have the C major triad, with the approach note with the leading tone. All right, so this is the first example, very straightforward. All right, just like simply the triads and the idea, the key, as every time, all the time in music, it's voice leading. All right, harmonic and melodic continuity. How do you connect this triad? Okay, again, just as a reminder, here is the C major triad. Then we have F major triad, and here we have the C major triad and the G major triad. All right, so the key is how do you connect here, and you're going to do that with those voice leading: G to F, F to E, E to D, and D to C. All right, those are my targeted notes. This is what I'm thinking. All right, and the vast majority of the melodies are built like this with those targeted notes. We saw many examples in standards, whether it's Autumn Leaves, All of Me, all those songs. If you look at the targeted notes of the melodies, they are following a similar path. All right, so that's the first phrase. Let's look at the second phrase. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. All right, so this one is a little more active. There's more variety in the melodic shape. All right, so let's have a look here. And here the triads are not complete. As you can see, this is a C major triad. This is from the G major triad, F, G major triad, and now we have the complete triads like this, and actually they are kind of on top of each other like this. You see how here we have F, A, C, that's my F major triad, and the C, the note C, is what we call a pivot note, all right, that allows me to go from the F major triad to the C major triad. And just like actually this one as well, the G major triad and the C major triad, they have a common note as well, a pivot note. So I pivot from F major triad with my C note, I pivot to the C major triad. With the G note, I pivot to the G major triad. All right, and then I'm using a nice voice leading here with the F to the E. The seventh of the dominant chord goes to the third. That's a basic voice leading, and it's also from the F major triad. Here we have this nice melodic shape of a third going up, a third going down. All right, and a nice voice leading as well. And again, it is exclusively triad. So here is the C major triad, the G major triad, F major triad, incomplete, but those are from those triads. F major triad, here it's complete, C major triad, and here we have the G major triad. All right, so those are the first two examples, first two phrases where I'm using only the C, F, and G major triad. Basically, the 1, 4, 5. All right, and so these are just like quick examples, and these, you are able to practice to improvise lines like this. Obviously, if you have those major triads down, not only the major triad, but the major triads, be able to connect those major triads with your key. All right, so knowing that those are the 1, 4, 5, so you have to be able to do that in all 12 keys. So this, my friend, is exactly what we're talking about in this class that is available. All right, and it's daily exercises with major triads of the major scale. And in this course, you have, first of all, you have all the PDF, all right, all those exercises, a complete etude on the blues and the analysis of the blues, and you have all the videos here. You can download the transcription of the audio if you want to read it, and you can also download the audio if you want to listen to it later. But you have all of this available here, and you have all those exercises of the 1, 4, 5 major triads inside the key. All right, so let's go back here and look at the last phrase, and this one, all right, obviously is much more fun. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, one more time, maybe a little slower. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's see. Where can I find all my triads here? Okay, here I have my F triad. Here I have my C major triad. Here I have my F major triad. Here I have my G major triad. Here I have my C major triad, G major triad. Okay, what's going on here? What is this? This is D flat major triad. Okay, D flat major triad. That's the tritonic substitution of G. And because, G is the 5, D flat is the 5 as well. So I'm thinking 5, 4, 1. So D flat, B, and I could play G flat as well. But here I'm using only C major triad also because it gives me a very nice voice leading, chromatic voice leading into the C major. So here I expanded a little bit more the harmonic material. So here we have F major triad, C major triad, F major triad, G major triad. But you see how, I'm still thinking almost exclusively with those triads. C major triad, G major triad, and here I'm using the tritonic substitution, and then I go back to C. All right. Now in the middle, I have, notes that are going to allow me to connect those triads. And here, that's, a chromatic approach from below. Here, it's a chromatic passing tone, chromatic approach, diatonic passing tone. Here, it's just a passing tone. And that's it. So I'm using two things, the triads and passing tone, diatonic and chromatic. Chromatic approach. I could do something else. I could do, to be more diatonic, but, we like chromatic approach notes. Chromatic passing tones. I could do something else. I could do just a straight triad. All right, that would be another version, a version that would be more diatonic. But, it's cool to have those chromatic approach notes, chromatic passing tones. I could do that also here. But again, chromatic approach note. All right. Okay, my friends. So here are 3 phrases that you can use. Have fun practicing those phrases. Again, using exclusively the 1, 4, 5, and start with this one. This one is the easiest, the most straightforward. So practice this in all 12 keys. Then you can try this one. Obviously, you're going to have to do some octave adjustment here, depending on your instrument. But on the saxophone, you're going to have to adjust the octaves here. And this one, if you transpose this one in all 12 keys, I give you a month of free access to jazz video lessons. All right, so here you go. Okay, you send me a video of you practicing this phrase in all 12 keys. I give you a month for free. And if you want, you can get that class, this entire class about the major triads inside the major scale, which is really the key here. It's not just playing the major triads for the sake of playing the major triads, which is cool, but then you here we're practicing those triads inside a harmonic environment. All right. And also I want to add that anything that I'm going to add to this class will be included. You won't have to purchase anything that I add. Whatever I add in the future to this class will be included in the class. All right. And I will add some stuff. I'm going to add more examples. For instance, I'm going to add how to use that on a model section. When you have 16 bars of one chord, or maybe a complete open section with one chord, well, you can use those as well. All right, my friends. So that's it for today. Have a great day. Have a great week and keep swinging.